The worst has come true.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about. Wait!
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
Ellie is still in the onsen, soaking up, warming up. Meanwhile, the weather's turned sour. I tried to get some sunrise footage. I woke up extra early, only to be greeted by clouds and clouds and clouds. And that's what they were hiding. Lots and lots of water.
You're not on the run. Leave behind everything you feel.
Anyway, today's the last day of our trip. Well, sort of anyway. It's our last day in Japan. Day 26. We've been on the road for 26 days. It's not bad. It's now 7:15 in the morning, and we have to be out of here by 10 a.m. What's up with that, Japan? Jesus, come on. Get with the program, will ya?
Leave behind everything you feel. There's a treasure.
So, we've now left our lovely ryokan overnight stay. As you can tell, we are now back at the train station waiting for the train to go to the airport. Thoughts on the ryokan? I thought it was really nice.
It was like a little paradise, like a Japanese paradise.
Yeah, quite like that. It's ridiculously peaceful. It's very nice. It's the sort of retreat that writers can go if they have a writer's block and just sort of, I don't know, channel or some shit, whatever writers do. Or philosophers, whatever.
Look at the mountains, they're so misty.
There's something to be said about the price. It's not cheap. It's about $150 per night per person.
And then you have like
20,000 yen. But you do have breakfast and dinner included, which is nice, but no drinks.
so you have
Apart
to pay.
from everything that you can find in the minibar, which is 1 bottle of water.
It's bigger than usual though, it's more than 500 milliliters, but still.
Yeah. Okay. The worst has come true. Scoot Airlines, and yes, I do want to specifically call you out on this, have decided to deny me boarding. The problem is, I have a passport which expires in 5 months. Something I unfortunately didn't notice before we embarked on this trip. And now they do not want to let me on the plane to our final destination, Singapore, from which we have an airplane ticket booked back home to London. So Ellie has started boarding. She's on the way to the airplane now. And I'm left here stranded in Japan with no flight out, with a passport that's on a clock, and no idea what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Have I really been so crazy to think your love was mine?
Okay, let me just quickly interject here and explain a little of what's going on. Lots of countries have a very specific rule that specifies that your passport needs to be valid for at least another 6 months after date of entry. Singapore is one of those countries. However, also Japan, South Korea, and China are among those countries. And that's the reason this was so infuriating. All the other countries let me in, no problem. They mentioned it, but they always asked for proof that I was leaving within a couple of days, and I always provided it because we were always leaving after a couple of days. And no country made a fuss. Thailand didn't, China didn't, South Korea didn't on our way to Japan. Japan was the first country that made a problem. The reason this was so infuriating is because this was the last flight where anything could go wrong. And it did go wrong. We had plane tickets to leave from Singapore less than 36 hours after touching down, and we were gonna be on that flight. Unfortunately, they didn't let me on that flight, so that's where this story continues for me. And just to be clear, I did contact the German consulate about this to find some sort of short-term solution, but they couldn't have been any more German about it. Verbatim, well, Mr. EV-Dubs, this sounds like an issue of you not taking care of knowing when your passport expires. That's on you. And yes, that's how helpful they were. Anyway, back to Japan. Okay, quick update. There isn't much to update. We've contacted our original travel agent who has arranged the flights from Singapore back to London. I've instructed her to try and seek out an alternative for alternative dates, considering I don't actually have a fixed time and date to be back in London. We figured we'd try our luck with looking at flights that are sometime next week, and then I'd go and check out Tokyo maybe. Alternatively, we're looking at flights to Germany, anywhere really. I mean, all I need is to get back to the EU. Oh, I miss the EU. I miss you. But now I'm hungry, so I'm trying to look for some food. Don't expect anything healthy though.
Serenading to sinking moons. Oh, I've been so blind.
Told you not to expect anything healthy.
As our love was slowly turning blue, my blood grew red. No, I can't believe that thing is true. Believe that thing you said.
Okay, we seem to have found a solution. I've been working with the travel agent, and she found a flight that costs an additional sum of money. It's not cheap, but it costs around the same price to reroute my first leg of the journey, to switch it leaving from Singapore to leaving from Narita Airport in Tokyo. Now Tokyo obviously is not Osaka, but it's still a damn sight closer than anywhere else. So we're confirming for the flight to leave on Sunday evening from Narita, Tokyo. And I've just discovered, or I think I have discovered, that there's a capsule hotel nearby, so I might not actually have to be a hobo inside the airport tonight. Let's have a look.
To see your life drifting down the stream, see the star turn black. Morning came, darling, days will come when you're all new. Yes, this love is your song unsung, but it's still true.
Okay, let's give you the quick room tour. That's my room.
This town